We have a rare one for you today. Now to the Porsche purist, this might not appease you, but to every other Porsche enthusiast out there, you might actually like this car. This is a 1974 911 that's been converted with a genuine roof slant nose kit. That's right, these are genuine roof parts. Now a true roof is going to cost you a lot of money and very hard to find since they were very low production numbers. However, this one has stayed in the US and was converted by the original owner, and you're able to get it at a fraction of the price. Now, there's a lot of things that were performed on this 911, so let's get into it. First off, like I was saying, this is an authentic roof wide body slant nose kit that was installed on this car in the late 80s, so it was period correct. This was owned by one owner until he passed away. Then it stayed in the family through the estate and was stored all these years, hardly driven. So you have the steel fenders in the front and the rear quarters. They are the wide body. You have the correct aluminum hood and the fiberglass bumpers on it. You have the authentic roof 17-inch speedline wheels. They're polished aluminum with a hyper silver center. Those are wrapped in a brand spanking new Michelin Pilot Sport tires that are date coded of 2021. We have the correct T-tray arrow in the back here. Again, look at the body styling on it, the extended bumpers. This car is amazing looking. Not every Porsche enthusiast was a fan of the slant noses when they came out, but they did pick up popularity relatively quickly, and eventually Porsche offered it on their own vehicles as a special order in the later 80s. This one was converted in about the year of 88. So it is period correct, although it is on a 74, so again, he did order the kit somehow. I don't know how he got it exactly, but it was brought into the States and converted on a US 911. Now the paint is finished in a Gemini blue metallic. This was offered on the early 70s Porsches. This is a beautiful color, guys. The blue is just very vibrant. The metallic flake through it is very nice. The paint job, it's not a show quality finish. This car has been driven, so there's some paint chips. We got some stone chips on the front hood here. You can kind of see some of the body work through some areas of the paint. So again, it wasn't a 10-stage paint layer. There is a chip in the grill or the venting area right there, and a couple teeny tiny bubbles starting on the top of the fender. Nothing major though. The glass is original. There's a couple stone chips here and there, but not too bad. Now this car did sit, like I was saying, for quite a little while when the family owned it after the original father passed away. So as of a month ago, this just got back from the Porsche dealer and had a $14,000 engine out service, and they went through everything to make sure everything works on this car. And when I mean everything, well, take a look at the receipts. Those will be on the website. Speaking of the website, you can visit volocars.com. There you can see the write-up description, all our YouTube videos. We have a couple hundred cars, both modern muscle, classic, and muscle. They're all for sale, and the European imports as well. So that's at volocars.com. Check it out. It's a pretty sweet site. If you enjoy our videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon. You'll get notified as soon as a video gets posted, because you don't want to miss out, especially on cars like this. You don't see this every day, and we are fortunate enough to bring it through the museum. But I cannot get enough of the styling on this car. It is absolutely gorgeous, tip to tail. But let's take a look inside, because there's a whole bunch more. Now in the engine compartment, this does not have the 2.7, the original 2.7 liter engine. This has been upgraded with the 3.2 liter, which was done at the time of the conversion of the slant nose. Now recently, we have all the invoices as of last month. The Porsche dealer did a $14,000 engine out service. They went through the car tip to tail. They fixed wiring issues, fuse issues, anything like that, inoperable things. including every single little oil leak. The AC was recharged, so this has the new timing chains, tensioners, all that good stuff. The engine and trans were pulled out and completely resealed, regasketed. The AC was sealed up, recharged. Everything in here looks very, very clean. You can see there's no corrosion, no pitting on the aluminum. All new gaskets, fluids, all that good stuff was performed. This thing runs like a top. The four-wheel alignment was done as well on it. And this is mated to the 5-speed manual transmission. That's right. So this is not an automatic. This is the most fun driving car that you can get in and go. The 3.2 liters in the later 80s were bumped up to about 217 horsepower. So this thing's got some acceleration. It's just a very, very fun driving car. As you'll see a little bit later in this video, we take it out for a spin on the roads, and you can see how much we enjoy it. Everything in here is just, it's very clean. It's very well presented. And again, the paint, it's in very good shape. All the jambs were painted too. So it was a nice paint job, but it has some age, being painted in the late 80s. So a couple little stone chips back here as well. But other than that, everything looks really good. All the lights work. Let's go into the interior here. They also had a bunch of things fixed in here, like the lumbar adjustments on the Recaro seats. So these are fully powered and they're heated, guys. The heated seats work. The stereo works on this. Now they did replace the blower motor as well, so that was making some noise. So that is quiet and it works. So heat AC. The horn works as well, so that's pretty cool. Then you got that 5-speed manual in the center there. Everything's in really nice shape back here. All the leather on the seats are really nice. The carpet looks like new. We have some embroidered, nice Porsche floor mats. The headliner was sagging, so they had that fixed and upholstered. The sun visors fit nicely. The sunroof works as well, so they went through and greased all the slide brackets on it, and that's power as well. So that's functional. It doesn't leak. All the gauges work except for the clock. You'll see that in the test drive video. The lights work, the cigarette lighter. Everything's functional. It really doesn't get better than that. We have the original owner's manuals in here for emissions testing and just your handbook. There is a thing for the aftermarket. I guess this is an aftermarket cassette player that's in here. I would probably update that with something more modern. But everything's in really nice shape and it works. So that's a plus. So that wraps it up in the interior. Let's take a look at the frunk, or the front bonnet, is I believe the proper term for it. So it unlatches. There's two pulls on the driver's side jambs. One releases the engine compartment, one's for up front. I believe they did replace the trunk lining in here, so that's relatively new. We have a car cover. The original spare tire is underneath here as well, guys, and look, everything's still nice and original. The jack is in here, the tools. We have a new battery, of course, so that was replaced. Your VIN tags up front here as well. Looks like the jambs were painted on the inside of here too. It's showing a little weathering on the inside of the jambs there, because that's going to see more of, I guess, weather than anything else. But weather stripping's nice on here, nice and soft. It's not brittle. It seals nicely. Looks like the light is not working. No big deal though. Even the underside of the fiberglass front bonnet was painted nicely. Again, the jambs are nice and glossy. The latch works really nicely. That's not all rusty. So this thing was stored inside in a storage facility, and it shows. Underneath the car, again, very clean. It is mostly original. They did go through the suspension. They did a four-wheel alignment on it. They replaced rotted out bushings if needed, and performed a brake job as well. So this has four-wheel disc brakes. You got a rear-wheel drive manual car that drives like a go-kart. This is probably one of the funnest driving European cars that you can buy on the market. With the iconic slant nose on it, this thing's just a blast. People were staring left and right, giving you a thumbs up. You could take this car out. You will have so much fun driving it, you won't want to stop. Alright guys, let's take this 74 slant nose around the block, show you how well it drives. Now it had a $14,000 service done at Porsche of Appleton recently. The owner wanted everything gone through to make sure everything works. That's exactly what they did. The motor and transmission came out, they resealed it, they've replaced hoses, seals, gaskets, belts. It has a new clutch and flywheel in it. This thing shifts very, very smoothly all through the 5-speed gears. It does have manual steering, but it's such a light, small car. It's so easy to turn. And look at this thing, it drives straight. They had a alignment performed on it as well. It rides pretty smooth. You know, it is a 74 Porsche, so it's a little bit on the firm side. But brakes are real nice. Those have been gone through as well. Turn signals work. Wait for the traffic to move. The lights work as well. Those motors were replaced. All the fuses were gone through and the wiring cleaned up. So. AC was recharged as well and resealed. This is such a blast to drive. I can see why you Porsche lovers love these cars. Everyone's breaking their necks right now looking at this thing as I pass them, or they're giving me a thumbs up. So whoever the lucky new owner will be on this car is really going to enjoy it. The horn was also rewired. That works as well. All the gauges are working except for the clock here. That looks like it's not functioning right. But the radio works. Radio works well. Again, the heat and AC are both in working shape. The fan, the blower motor was taken out and gone through as well. So there you have it. We got the 74 slant nose Porsche. So there you have it, the 1974 911 slant nose with the authentic roof automobile conversion done on it. Single family owner, 60,000 original miles on the body and chassis. And there's less than 10,000 on the motor, trans, and the slant nose conversion, but again, late 80s. But if you are looking for a very fun driving car, you're a fan of Porsche, I highly recommend this car. This thing, you're not going to find stuff like this in the States. This is one of those rare cars that he was lucky enough to obtain parts and do the conversion. Not a whole lot of people were able to do that. So if you're interested in buying it, check out the website, Volo Cars, hit the buy it now button, secure that deposit. One of the salesmen will contact you. You guys can go over financing, it's super easy. We can also get this shipped all over the world, right to your door, right to your driveway. And man, this thing backing out of a trailer is a sight to see. So check it out at volocars.com. Thanks for watching the video.